Hi everyone, welcome to today's session. We'll be covering a reInvent recap of our features that we launched last week in Las Vegas. We'll be joined today by some PMs and some solutions architects, including Doug Boschi from the Solution Architects team and Emily Rushab and Camille from the Product Manager team. All right, so today we're going to start off with Rushab. We'll go over our first features from our reInvent recap. And then Rushab, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Mary. Hi, everyone. This is Rishabh Bora here. I'm from the product management team at Amazon QuickSight and super excited to announce one of the key launches that Amazon QuickSight did in 2023. So this launch is about a new analysis experience that got introduced sometime in November 23, which is launched for all Amazon QuickSight authors. But not yet launched for console embedding customers, and they will be having this redesign experience starting from December 20th this year itself. This new experience that we have launched enables a more intuitive and efficient way for you to author your dashboards on Amazon QuickSight. Just a sec, let me just ensure that all my Slack communications are disconnected. All right, so about this launch, this is redesigning the entire analysis experience, making it more intuitive for authors to create beautiful dashboards on Amazon QuickSight. And Maddie, can we get to the next slide where I can introduce the new experiences? So the key experiences that we are launching with the redesign is the 3-pane layout. So this enables you to author QuickSight dashboards with minimal clicks. What it launches is a completely new set of 3 panes, a data pane on the extreme left that makes it very easy for you to drag and drop fields from data pane to anywhere in the canvas. A new vertically organized field wells that makes it very easy to scale all your field wells for every visual type that you create on QuickSight. It launches a net new drag and drop experience of fields. And that makes it very easy for you to pick your fields from your left data pane or put it anywhere in the canvas, anywhere on the field wells, which is just right next to it. So we are changing from the horizontal field wells to a net new vertical field wells. We are completely upgrading our add and edit workflow. So on this with this new 3-pane layout, the middle plane is something that lets you quickly add new visualizations, change those visualization with a completely redesigned visual type selector to choose from multiple visuals. And finally, what we are launching is a new properties pane towards your right, which makes it very easy for you to edit properties for any selected object on the canvas. This new properties pane also is divided into a couple of sections that organizes all your properties in terms of visuals and interactions, making it extremely easy for picking up and discovering properties that are intended to change the interaction pattern or change the layout or formatting of the selected object. With this new redesign, what we are also launching is a new analysis toolbar. The main goal of the toolbar is to host all the essential authoring functionalities and give a one-click access towards them. So if you experience when you start using this new experience, you will see that this toolbar is divided into a set of global edit actions and do redo, followed up by pane management that makes it very easy for you to click on it and open and close any panes as and when you use it during your authoring workflows. It also hosts a set of one-click add object functionalities, like your adding of visualization, adding of text box, adding of images, or anything like that. This analysis toolbar is again something that introduced with this new experience redesign that goes well with the 3-pane layout, ensuring that the end-to-end analysis workflow is upgraded and more intuitive towards your authoring experience. We can move to the next slide. So apart from the three-pane layout and the analysis toolbar that makes it very easy for you to quickly create new visualizations and edit them, we have also launched the analysis file menu that you are seeing on your screen, which basically incorporates all the analysis functions within the file menu, making it very easy for you to discover and find any analysis function that you require for your during your authoring. This file menu also hosts something called as quick search that makes it very easy to go to any analysis function by just starting to type the functionality that you're finding, making it very easy and intuitive to get to any authoring workflow by just clicking on the search and typing what you are wanting to do with your authoring. So all in all, this is a completely redesigned analysis experience that we have launched and super excited to get feedback. In case of any feedback right now or later on, the community would really appreciate if I'm tagged along so that we can address that feedback and ensure that we are hearing you and following up on that. Maddie, are we going to take a pause for any questions or continue with the flow?
We can continue with the flow and we'll ask questions at the end.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that is about analysis redesign. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, everyone. So the next slides are about advanced analytical capabilities. So on top of the exciting redesign of author experience, we also launched several advanced analytical capabilities. All those three are very long-standing community questions, and then we're super excited that we provide those capabilities this year. So the first one that I would like to share is custom time zone. So custom time zone will allow users with one click to select a time zone that they intend the whole analysis to be, and then QuickSight will convert all the elements in your analysis, including your display of your date time, including the date time filter and the parameters, including all the calculation and aggregation into the time zone that you select. And then when the author publishes the dashboard, all the readers will be able to see the whole dashboard in the new time zone that they intend. So this is a great feature to provide flexibility for customers across multiple countries, multiple time zones. The second feature that I would like to share is the custom week start. So similar to the time zone, it provides one click of customization for our customers to select. Instead of Sunday as the start of the week, customer can select Monday as the start of the week. And then all the week will be at the boundary starting from Monday to Saturday, or you can select any other day as your start of the week. When you select that date, then all your elements in your dashboard, including like the calculation to extract week from your date time, including all the aggregation by week, all those will be automatically converted to your new boundary of the new start of the week. The third feature that we launched this year is for customers to customize the total and subtotal for calculation. So before in the table or pivot table, your total or subtotal number is calculated based on your calculation function itself. Now you will have an option to select a different aggregation total method than your calculation definition. You can select sum, average, max, mean, so that your total is, if you intend your total to be different than your calculation, you can just easily do that. We also provide the none and hide options, so you can select, and then if you don't want the number to be shown, then total subtotal will be blank. So those three functionalities are now available GA, and then everybody can access to it. So feel free to let us know if you have any comments, feedback we'll be looking forward to those comments in the community. So if we switch to the next slide, I would like to share another exciting capability for Spice. So we, before this feature, when customers purchase Spice capacity, they have to manually purchase. And then if they didn't if they don't have enough capacity in time, then the ingestion will fail. Now we are launching this new capability to automatically purchase Spice capacity. So you can see from this page in the admin Spice capacity dashboard, you can turn on this auto purchase capacity toggle. And then when you turn it on, then QuickSight will automatically bump up your capacity to meet your usage. So you no longer need to purchase more capacity manually. Instead, will automatically match your usage as your purchased capacity. So no ingestion will fail or so. So this is an exciting feature we launched in reInvent, and then hopefully it will bring a lot of flexibility and then easiness for customers to use Spice. So that's it from my side. Any feedback will come in community. Thank you.
Okay, so this year we launched an integration with IAM Identity Center to simplify user management in QuickSight. So what this allows you to do is connect any supported identity provider, including Okta, Microsoft Entra ID, and Ping with QuickSight seamlessly. And then from there, you have access to your users and groups from your identity provider in QuickSight to manage sharing, access to the account, and all of those types of identity management capabilities. At reInvent, Identity Center launched a new feature called Trusted Identity Propagation, and what that does is it allows seamless access across AWS analytics services through single sign-on. So when you're connecting to Redshift through QuickSight, we recognize the user identity of that user, and we just pass it along to Redshift, so you no longer need to provide username and password credentials for Redshift to your users accessing Redshift data, either directly through Redshift like Query Editor v2 or from QuickSight. Next slide. Okay, so this is kind of an architecture diagram that summarizes how this works. So let's say you've got at the top left there, you've got data in your data lake that's cataloged in the Glue Data catalog with permissions like row and column level security that are managed through lake formation. And you want to query that data in QuickSight using Redshift Spectrum. So essentially you can connect to that, and the permissions that are enforced in lake formation will get propagated all the way through the QuickSight assets from the data source, the direct query dataset, the analysis, and the dashboard without having to reapply any row up and column level security in QuickSight. So this is supported for direct query datasets. And same thing for Amazon Redshift tables. So Redshift tables are currently supported. So if you have any row level and column level security rules applied on Redshift table, that works today. And in the coming month, we're going to support the Redshift Spectrum use case that I just presented. So what this means is that your data owner who manages the data security on that data only needs to do that once. And then when it's accessed by the author who's then resharing assets built on those data sources in QuickSight, the data remains secured through that kind of single source of truth of data security rules. So let's take a look at what that new experience looks like in practice. We have a bit of a demo. So we've got Jane here who's logged in and has access to QuickSight through Identity Center. So she's accessing her QuickSight account, logging in here, putting her credentials, and here she's logging in with an Identity Center username, but it could also be integrated with Okta, and in that case it would just be using Okta's single sign-on and her current session to log her in. So she wants to analyze data in Redshift, so she's going to create a data set, connect to Redshift. She's going to enter the data source name, the cluster, the database, and she's going to select single sign-on. So that's trusted identity propagation. So you can see she doesn't have to input any username and password. And then she's going to select a schema and a table. So she's selecting here store sales data. So Jane's gone and she's going to work on her analysis and dashboard, taking a look that the data from the data source here is what she's looking for. It is, so she saves the data set. Okay, so she built this store sales dashboard, and as you can see here from the different colors, she has access to all the different store ID data, and she's going to share this dashboard with the group from her identity provider called Store One here. And Paulo is a member of the group Store One, and he has access to data for Store One only. So we're going to log in as Paulo now. And you're going to see the change in the data that Paulo can see in just a bit. So Paulo's signing into QuickSight now. And he's going to go and check out the store sales dashboard that Jane shared with him. And you can see here he can only see store ID 1 data. So that's data that's been secured with RLS in Redshift. So let's just go take a look in Redshift to see quickly how that data was secured. So these are the rules that the data owner would have applied. So first of all, here we have a connection to IAM Identity Center in Redshift. So there's an application that was created for Redshift where different groups were given access to this cluster. So we can see the analytics and the Store One groups that have access to this cluster. And now we're going to go see what are the fine-grained access permissions that were applied to the specific tables that were being accessed in QuickSight. So here the first step is to create a role, and these role names map to the identity provider group. So we've got the Store One group that Paulo's a member of and the analytics group that Jane's a member of. And then there's a row level security rule here that restricts access to data from store SK, which is the store ID 1. And then we attach the row level security policy to the tables. And we activate the row level security on those tables. So that's all that was done to have those rules enforced in QuickSight here. To tie all of this together, now let's go take a quick look at the configuration in IAM Identity Center, where the users and groups are managed and kept in sync with QuickSight and the external identity provider if you're using one like Okta. So we're going to go to IAM Identity Center console. And we're going to look at our users here. So we've got Paulo here, and we can see what groups he's a member of. So he's a member of Group Store One, which is the group that we used to share the dashboard in QuickSight. And that's how Paulo was able to access that dashboard in QuickSight. And we've got the analytics group here that Jane's a member of. So hopefully that ties it all together for you. So trusted identity propagation is available currently on Redshift tables, and yeah, excited to see how you use this launch. And I'll hand it over and we'll talk about generative BI now.
Thanks, Camille. Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Berquist. I'm a solution architect manager for the QuickSight team. So I have the privilege of speaking about generative BI. So generative BI, if you haven't heard, was the newest functionality released at this QuickSight, at this reInvent, using natural language and generative AI throughout QuickSight. So there's three main, let's say, areas that's used. So first, the authoring experience. You'll be able to build visuals, change visuals, build calculations using natural language prompting. Second, insights on demand. So can users ask questions and get faster insights from dashboards? Now, Q existed prior to now, but the experience has been updated with more generative AI throughout. So we'll show a little bit of that today. And then lastly is storytelling. Using generative AI, users can pick those visuals that they want to use, and QuickSight will build a story around those visuals using those data points. Next slide, please. So first, let's talk about building visuals. You can see here with the new Q experience, you can ask questions, whether vague or specific, like top campaigns there. You can then add that visual to the analysis. So it makes it quicker and easier to actually put together a full analysis. I don't need to go find the specific columns that I need from the right data set or build that visual and then make a bunch of changes to it. I can simply do it through natural language prompting. Next, you can also build calculations. Again, I may not necessarily know the proper syntax for a calculation, but I can type a natural language prompt, what I want, and QuickSight will build that syntax for me. And you can make changes to visuals as well. We've also added executive summaries. So a lot of times when we get dashboards, there's tons of visuals on there. We're not necessarily sure what we're looking at. Executive summaries is a way to quickly highlight all the key points of that dashboard in bulleted form so I can quickly look through, understand what's going on in that dashboard, and go about my day. And then obviously with the Q&A experience, we've had Q before, but the updated experience will give you suggested questions, it will give you highlights, and it will build multiple visuals for you based around your question that may pertain to that area that you're asking about. And then storytelling, again, I can put a natural language prompt in there. For example, here it says, build me a story about marketing campaign performance. And I can add different questions. The more specific you are, the better the outcome will be. And I will actually pick the visuals that I want to use within that story so that our readers can build the stories that they want and share them quickly with other users. Without having to, say, hey, go look at this dashboard or look at this dashboard. You can do it all within one presentation. Okay, next. So I'm going to go through a quick demo here. I go through pretty quickly, so if there's any questions, we certainly can answer them at the end. So go ahead and start that video. So what we're going to do here is look at a dashboard that focuses on mortgages in the state of California, of different applicants, different demographics. So if I want to start out by building a calculation, I can do that. I'll go up to the search bar here. Again, with the new authoring experience, I don't need to find that specific button. I can just search for what I'm looking for. And if I have something like an if statement, again, I don't need to worry about the syntax. I can write it in natural language. If counties like San Francisco or LA or San Diego, then create a major market field or value, else minor markets. And you can see it will use the proper syntax to build that for me. I'll name that market. I'll save that and we'll use that a bit later. So now, what if I want to add a visual? Again, through natural language prompts, build a line chart by applicants by week. Pretty simple. QuickSight will understand the fields. I can add that to the analysis. But if I want to make changes to that, I can also do that through natural language. So I will click the button. Again, GenBI is going to allow me to, in natural language, write that change that I want to use, and I'll use that new field that I just created. We'll resize it, make it a little bit easier for our end users to understand. I would publish this dashboard. I'll allow data stories and executive summaries to my end users. And now, this is where those end users can start getting value out of the Q topic and the executive summaries. So we'll take a look at that next. So first, let's take a look at executive summaries. You can see it will annotate the whole dashboard for me, have a couple high-level KPIs, some deeper insights for me, and I can go about my day. I don't need to start clicking around that dashboard. I can understand the main points and keep going. In the Q topic, I can ask deeper questions. So something as vague as loan information for conventional loans in San Francisco. Now, loan information, I didn't name any specific fields, but it will understand that. And it will build a few visuals that pertain to that loan information. Maybe by loan purpose or the number of applicants or loan purpose to property type. You can see it will build that Sankey there. And even just a breakdown at a table level at the bottom. And if I have some changes on that, I can expand, I can sort, so I can understand that data a little bit easier and get my question answered. Next, we'll go into the data storytelling. So in that same experience, I can go to the top right and build a data story. I can have a scrollable page or a slideshow. I'll pick a few visuals that I think are relevant to this data story. And this is going to come from the dashboards that you have access to or your pin board from Q. I'll add them and I'll add a prompt here. So I want to know about mortgages in California, where they're happening, and the median loan amount for various types. Generative BI will run and build a natural language story around those visuals that I've chosen. I can change the theme, I can change the look and feel, and more importantly, I can actually edit the text directly if I need to. Obviously, Gen AI will build a narrative, but if there's some specific information that I want to include or I want to rewrite a section, I can do that. I can change the formatting of the visuals, swap out the visuals. The idea is that you still have total control of this narrative after it's been generated. So the Gen AI piece is a great starting point, but there might be some information that you want to add along the way to create a better story. All right, that's it for my section. Again, I can answer questions if needed at the end.
All right, so this is Bashi. I'm a QuickSight Solution Architect, and I'm going to be talking about our DevOps capabilities. And so at reInvent 2021, we launched the expansion of APIs to treat BI dashboards as code. And so this is with our Describe Asset APIs. And from there, we took it even a step further, where we helped you accelerate your DevOps or your BIOps teams to import and export package sets with assets as bundles APIs. We've now automated the process with our new Amazon EventBridge integration. And so with EventBridge, we've made it possible that developers can respond automatically to events in QuickSight, such as a new dashboard creation or updates at near real time. Next, we're going to dive into how we're able to build out a seamless user experience with our embedding capabilities. So here, QuickSight Embedding SDK is a JavaScript library that allows developers to integrate analytic functionality into products and applications. And so this year, we have significantly enhanced the developer experience with our SDK 2.0 to help them build analytics experiences quicker. And so how we've done this is by adding several customization improvements, such as support for TypeScript, ways to dynamically communicate with the embedded iframe, so whether those are infos or warnings or error events, an optional preloader, new external hooks for managing undos and redos, a print option, and parameters. Additionally, there are many major rewrites when it comes to delivering a developer-focused improvement. So that includes static type checking, enhanced runtime validations, strong consistencies in call patterns, and optimized event chaining. We've also added support for state persistence and bookmarks for embedded dashboards. So this is allowing you to quickly switch between relevant views without having to reinitialize the filters. You can also enable runtime theming and filtering, and so this makes it just very easy to set a night mode on the fly or even make changes within the host app to reflect in your dashboard different filters that you want to view and see within your entire application. And so next, we've taken these actions even further with now being able to add deeper integrations with our embedded SDK enhancements. And so these are our custom callback actions. And so you can use callback actions to build custom workflows and business logic so that your users can take instant action from the application. So for an example, a developer may now register a data point callback on a slice of a pie chart. And so through our embedding SDK. And so what they've done is that they're able to pass that information from that data point, so based off the value that you have in that slice, to other parts of the application or other services in the workflow. So for an example, we can capture and process and pass that into an email. So based off clicking that one data point, we're able to send out a customized email off of it. In addition, by selecting that value, maybe we want to update the order status there. So maybe it's a total count of different order statuses, and by selecting a slice of that pie, we're able to, one, add an additional order there and be able to update that within the database. We're also able to use it to track different usage patterns of users. So maybe when always clicking on that value, we're able to see maybe that's where users most commonly want to see information about. And so a lot easier of just evaluating and seeing what different things that our different users would like to see. And so next, last year we launched the QuickSight community, which all of you were familiar with since you are all attending this as our one-stop shop where QuickSight authors and developers everywhere can access different learning content, be able to ask and answer questions. And so with using our Q&A session, of using our hashtag for this learning series, you're able to ask questions and we're able to answer and review. Being able to stay up to date, so with the newest launches and releases that we have, being able to see those up and come, being able to network with other experts, so as you join and become a member, you're able to get to know more people and just learn more together. And so with that, we've now added the QuickSight Arena to make this experience even more easier to be able to connect and learn together. And what the QuickSight Arena does is it provides an embedded instance of QuickSight right within the QuickSight community. So here you can publish your dashboards to the community gallery. So this is being able to showcase your different skills by being able to include a sample data set and creating amazing visualizations and sharing it with others. You can also be able to build out a sample analysis that includes some of the issues you might be facing. So for an example, if you're not sure how to write out a specific calculated function and you really want help within the community, what you can do is you can create this sample analysis within QuickSight Arena and attach it to your community question. And this is where we're able to have the Arena meet into the community.